Hello again, YouTube. This is the Truth Man giving you the truth. The channel is the No Matrix, No Simping, All Subjects channel. We talk about everything over here. We don't stick to one niche. People say, well, if you stick to one niche, you get more impressions. YouTube, just got to keep making content, man. I hope that if they holding something against you, they'll stop holding something against you. Or the people that holding something against your videos will move on to other jobs. But on this video, we talking about questions that we need to ask before we get in these relationships. Any of them, even if it's not marriage, you gotta ask these questions. It's two questions that a woman needs to ask, and there's one question that a man needs to ask. And they are these. A man needs to ask himself, and sometimes in some cases he need to ask the woman, what do I get? What do I get? So if you go and you court a woman, you get her number or Snapchat or you whatever, however y'all do it, you talk on social media. The question you should be asking yourself is, what do I get? Now, you don't ask her that question until the dealings increase, until y'all start dealing with each other more and y'all start getting serious. You ask yourself that question. What do I get? And sometimes even when she talking blah, 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 you should be asking yourself, what do I get? You should be asking yourself that. So, what do I get is the question you should be asking yourself. And then, like I said, when you start getting more serious, she start coming over more, you start seeing her more. If it goes anywhere, then you ask her, can I ask you something? If I was to marry you right now, what do I get? But even though you asking yourself this, and even though you asking her this, you should be figuring this out on your own. Man, I got the sniffle. Excuse me, I ain't trying to be. It's cold out here. Anyway. Anyway, so you should be figuring this out along the way too. What do I get? What do I get? Because you could say, well, I want this, I want that. But how you know that ain't gonna change? So that's not the question you ask. That's the question, one of the questions they ask. The questions the woman asks herself. What do I give? Because the man is gonna automatically give. You give, he's gonna give. If he doesn't, something could be wrong with him. So, a man ain't gonna just be beaten. When guys be beating up on women and all that stuff, that be trauma. Now, if you don't hit him and he try to hit you to get his point across, you automatically should leave. Like if he just getting drunk, just punching on you and all that, you should never, as a woman, take that off a man. Now, unfortunately, the way marriage works is you can't get married no more. So that's why you gotta ask yourself, the second question is, what do I want? What do I give? What do I want? Are the two questions that a woman should ask herself. You should. So now on your end, as you start getting serious, it's like you start in your own mind trying to figure out what it is you want. And if you believe that he's going to give you some of what you want. Nobody gets everything they want. Nobody. That's why it's a business, but it's a business sacrifice. Relationships are business. They business transaction and they business sacrifice. And that's why a man says, what do I get? And this is why guys pay for it. This is why they pay for it. Because you still say, okay, what do I want? The guy still asks that question. The woman still, that question is not the main question, but a woman still has to say, what do I get? Just like a man has to say, what do I want? But those are not the main questions that they should ask. The main questions are the one with the man, what do I get? And the two with the woman. What do I give? What do I want? Now, part of the reason why divorce is so high is because people not asking themselves these questions. And they don't know how to navigate their relationship through these questions. I could take myself as a prime example. Like, if I would have asked myself this question, say 20-something years ago, and I could have perhaps saw into the future, that sometimes some of us will make a different decision and would probably choose a different person, because this is how I look at it. What do I get? Do I get a person that's been in love before with somebody else? Because if that's the case, this is why you got to ask yourself these questions. Then I know that down the line it's probably going to falter. Because when a person when you get a woman that never really was into you, she settled for you, she can say what she wants. Her mind is going to change. Her mind is going to change. Now, if a woman asks herself, okay, what do I want? Do I want a man with means? Okay, but you with a guy that doesn't have it. You with a guy that doesn't have it, but you want a guy that's with it, that does have it. And when you ask yourself this on the woman's side, this is why women end up alone, because they don't know how to navigate through their dealings with men. What do I give? What do I want? They think, okay, let's say a woman that think a man's supposed to do everything. When he doesn't do everything, now you're divorced. That's why you have to ask yourself this. What do I want? I want a man that does everything. Okay, get you a simp. But that don't guarantee you nothing. You probably gonna turn against him too. So, y'all understand how these questions work. What do I get? Men. What do I give? What do I want? Women. And that's perfectly biblical. Perfectly biblical. When you a man, you choosing your woman, you ask her. After a while, after she started talking marriage, be like, if I marry you, what do I get? And I'm not marrying somebody that turn against me down the line. What do I get? That ain't how marriage works. You're supposed to... Bye. Bye. If you picked her up, I'm about to take you home. Why you... Oh, man. This stuff, man. I'm telling you, man. See, initially, the physical attraction should be there. With us, with men, it should be there. But you got to understand, you got to try to picture how these women gonna look and act 25 years later. Look at the mother. Is the mother disrespectful? Is the mother this, mother that? Because 9 times out of 10, that's what you gonna get, or worse. And with the women, look at the father. It's going to be some similarities there between him and his father. Now, me and my father, I'm sure we got similarities, but I'm way more. Put it this way, I'm not a mean person, but I'm meaner than he was in regards to people. You know, like, I ain't never like been the type to hit on girl. I always told every woman, if you ever hit me, we done. Because you know you 9 times out of 10, 10 times out of 10, you ain't whooping me. You just not. So you get the hitting, because a lot of this DV stuff be these women. Guys just don't be wanting to say nothing. So I ain't never been that type, but how I have been is, I don't think that you deserve anything as a woman. I think you earn everything you get. Like, I don't think that a woman just comes into your life and deserves the world. No, I don't believe that. I believe that she has to show you why you should give her the world. And remember me saying this stuff, because I'm gonna tell y'all what these big YouTubers do. I ain't stupid. Some of them will watch your stuff thinking ain't nobody watching it. And then they'll repeat stuff you said and won't give you the credit, because they've done it to me. Because I know stuff that done originated with me. And I'll hear these guys saying this stuff and they don't give me credit. That's insecurity. You in the manosphere, man. How are you here and you insecure? Now, getting back on subject. Again, I believe that a woman should earn everything she gets. I don't believe she deserves it. I don't believe that she should come in thinking you should give her the world. I think she should convince you why you should give her the world. She don't come in getting the world. She should convince you why you should give her the world. Why should I go to work every day to bring my paycheck home or my earnings home to you? That's why it's what do I get? With them is what do I give? Okay, what you give is going to show him why he should do that for you. It ain't automatic. Because too many of y'all is hoes. Let's just be honest. Sorry, YouTube. I won't say it, 304s. And 304s don't get that. You know what they get? They get money up front. Or they get some pole. That's what 304s get. Now, when did it change? Because it's always been this way, even going back to the old West. When did it change? When did women come to you that got long rotted, clapped viciously, violently by multiple men, and they come to you deserving the world for what? What do I get? Do I get a 304? Don't want no 304. And I'm going to make a video what I believe a 304 is. I'm going to break it down for you. Like what and Coach Greg Adams originated the 304. See how that worked? I didn't make it up. I just use it because it's pure genius. It's pure genius. I didn't make that up. I know what I made up. I got a lot of catchphrases out here, but I didn't make that up. So, if I get a 304, you can keep that. To be honest with you, I don't even want to pull out the pole for that. I don't want that because it's too many risks. Because when they like that mentally, they might set you up. They might have like violent tendencies. What if she drinks blood? And she trying to catch you? It's all kind of weird stuff going on out here. So, what do I get? Do I get a 304? Don't want no 304. See you later. I can get it done myself. In fact, if that's what I get, matter of fact, a woman that deals with me, you be in your best interest to tell me that up front. And tell me everything you was doing up front. Because if I find out stuff down the line, I'm going to lose more and more respect, and I ain't going to want to deal with you. And I find out stuff down the line that you lied about. And I wouldn't even tell them. Like, when you find out stuff, don't always tell her. Just let her talk. Let her talk. So, women, again, what do I give? What do I want? See, the best wives are giving women. They're giving women. That means that if you choose to work, then you should be choosing to pay them bills and have the right mentality. Don't be trying to, you start disrespecting them. You chose to work. If y'all agree, okay, we both gonna work. Then for the man, this means that you gotta help out more with the kids and around the house. For the woman, this means that you still got womanly duties to empty his balls. And you still gonna have some of that stuff around the house. So if you don't want those added dealings with kids, just don't have none. Oh, and what do I get? Do you get somebody else's kids? No, I don't want that. In fact, this is how I would be. If I liked somebody that had kids, I wouldn't be like I would be like, go take care of your kids. Go take care of your kids. I wouldn't be like dealing with those kids. I wouldn't want them to know where I live or anything, because they might steal something. They'll know if I'm somewhere with their mama. These teenagers still look crazy, man. So, you ask yourself these questions. Then, as time goes by, you ask them. You always talking about marriage. If I marry you, what do I get? And tell her, like, beforehand, we're going to take lie detector tests. We know right away. Them lie detector tests will pick it up. Like, let's say it asks her, are you going to cheat on him down the line? Her reaction to that will determine the answer. Even if she hasn't done it, her reaction, like the body chemistry, will tell it. Be like, I'm going to make you take a lie detector test. I'm not finna just commit to you. I don't believe in marriage like that. Make me a believer. So, we're going to talk about some things today. And when, again, my viewers, if you watch any of these big YouTubers and they say something that you know you heard me say, because a lot of time when I done came up with something, I'm gonna tell you time, date, because I done came up with some stuff just today. And you dudes, if I'm telling you, if I catch you trying to use my stuff, and I'm going to flag your videos down. That's the only time I will flag somebody. If And I will call YouTube and explain to them why I flagged you. That's the real copyright. Like if you say something that originated with somebody else and they can prove it and you don't give them the credit, that's why YouTube started that asterisk with their name. Because they know that that's how they really could be getting each other in court. So if you use somebody's stuff, you don't give them credit. You think you something? Do it. And watch. And I know which ones do it the most. So sometimes I'll be scrolling through their video to see if they doing that to people. Like, man, this dude a clown. A couple of them always talk about people doing that to them, but they do it. So I'm going to close this video out. We got a lot to talk about. We're going to talk a little bit more about marriage today. And how we should think as men. Now, I gave the woman something on this one. The giving woman is the one that's more likely, and ain't no guarantees, just it kind of still depends on who you with, more likely to have a better relationship. Especially you dealing with men that be reading the Bible, you dealing with men that know what you're supposed to be doing, and you come in with that entitlement attitude, you're going to get shut right down. And some of them might pipe you down. And they might even tell a boy, man, I'm just going to smash her a couple times, and I'm going to get rid of her. I don't like how she think, bro. You setting yourself up for that. But anyway, thanks for watching. Keep tuning in. This is The Truth Man.